All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Mainland High School, where tonight the Mustangs take on the Pioneers of Clearview here in a West Jersey Football League. I'm Mike Gill. Bree Smith is with me as we take you through the Mustangs and the Pioneers here on BFA Sports. And obviously, Mainland is without one of their big horses in this one, Bree, as Marlon Leslie, their junior quarterback, out with an injury. So it's going to be a different look for Mainland tonight.
It will be a different look for Mainland. So we have Brandon Dubrow coming in as a sophomore starting quarterback tonight. But we do get Jabril Mace back. He did not play last week, so a little give and take on the injury report there.
Those are the number 5 and number 6 leading rushers in the Cape Atlantic League area. Mace, 739 yards. Leslie, 731 yards. They are 2 of the top 10 rushers in the Cape Atlantic League. And then when you take Leslie out from the passing deficiency, he's got obviously a pretty big part of their offense. We'll get to the start of the game after this. All right, we're set to bring you Mainland and Clearview here on BFA Sports on a Friday night, a beautiful night, a little crispness in the air as we're starting to get towards the end of the high school football season. The playoffs starting to materialize. Mainland coming off a win over Vineland last week.
We got the flyover.
Coast Guard, close enough. Mainland's coming off a win over Vineland last week, and Clearview a 34-14 win over Deptford. So it's a couple of teams coming off wins. Both teams need it tonight. We'll bring it to you here on BFA Sports. Mainland in the green with white helmets. Clearview dressed in all white and yellow helmets. The Mustangs have won the toss, and they will receive. Should have brought a jacket. I forgot that portion of it. I do have a hoodie, apparently, in this new bag that I got here. Did you see the fantastic new bag that I was given?
Oh, wow.
And there you go.
How fancy.
Very fancy. See if I can hold on to the bag for the end of the night. Clearview will kick off moving right to left as we are set to bring you the action here on BFA Sports. Squib kick, picked up around the 40 and right down, picking it up for Mainland.
That is Jake Sikowski.
There you go. So Sikowski catches and goes right down to his knees, and the Mustangs will take over or start things off 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Dearborn is in at quarterback for Leslie, as we mentioned in the open. Leslie is out, so Dearborn is in a shotgun. 3 receivers, 2 to the far side. And they're going to use the handoff right off the bat, and obviously you're going to see a heavy dose of Mace tonight, you would imagine.
You would think so. Last week, I mean, obviously Jabril Mace wasn't playing. MJ started as quarterback, but they really opened up because we got Nick Wagner back, Cohen Cook, all from injury, so we saw a lot of trips, a lot of empty backfield, so we'll see if they continue that this week or switch the game plan a little bit because MJ's not playing.
3 receivers, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near. Mace in the backfield. Dearborn on the option. He fakes the pitch. He's going to keep it himself. Crosses up to around the 45-yard line, so a gain of about 3 on the play. So it'll be 3rd down and about 5.5 for Mainland. Now, I spent a weekend with Cook's father and Wagner.
Yeah.
Not fun.
Why not fun?
Well, too fun.
Oh, you were hurting a little.
I can't keep up with those guys. Good to see Nick back, though.
Well, Big Jake's a big dude.
That's right. And I had Nick's younger brother, Matt, all summer. Shotgun, Dearborn, play action, going to keep it, throws, and it is incomplete, dropped. Would have been a 1st down on the far sideline.
Joe
Sheeran, the intended receiver. So Dearborn, as you take a look here, kind of making something happen, got a nice block. He steps up and then just kind of makes a little throw, and Sheeran's open. He just dropped it.
Yeah. It's a good look by Dearborn, though.
Well, Mainland's going to punt on what would have been a 1st down catch. Good snap, and this kick is low into the ground. It literally didn't get through the line of scrimmage, and it was picked up immediately and then taken up into the 30-yard line. I think he kicked that right into his offensive line.
Yeah, Stephen Oradilli. He's a great punter. Like last week he was booting bunts, but unfortunate for Mainland there.
Anthony Izzo, watch this. There's the snap. You'll see on the replay here. Oradilli kind of takes a step and then just kind of misses this a little bit, and he kicks it low, and it hits right in the back of his own lineman. The ball's up on the ground, and Izzo picks it up for Clearview. And the Pioneers have the ball 1st and 10, moving right to left, ball just short of the 30-yard line. 10:27, 1st and 10, Clearview. Pro set look in the backfield. Receiver split to the far side. They're going to hand it off right tackle. And a short gain of about 3 on the play. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Clearview breaks the huddle. They'll send 1 receiver to the far side. They move the tight end from left to right. Empty backfield. They look like a broken play. Spinning out is the quarterback, Ulmer, and that one looked like a little bit of a broken play for Clearview.
Yeah, that defensive line for Mainland seemed like they knew what was going on there.
It looked like all sorts of movement for Clearview. You're right, Mainland seemed to know what was going on. They send a man in motion, and Ulmer kind of reverses out here. He loses the snap. There was no one to hand the ball to, so he just kind of tries to make something out of nothing. And it brings up 3rd down for Clearview. Ulmer under center. A lot of movement in the Pioneer offense. A big shift here. They send 2 receivers to the near side of the field. All set eye in the backfield. Ulmer to throw, pumps, fires, and it is incomplete, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So Ulmer will now have a 4th down chance for Clearview. It'll be 4th down and 7 from the Mainland 28-yard line.
A huge 4th down for Mainland. You're 3 and out on offense, and you kind of have a crappy punt, so.
9:01 to play. Trips to the near side. Ulmer's in a shotgun. He's going to roll to the near side. Pumps, fires, and it is complete, but it is short of the 1st down, and Mainland's defense gets a stop, and the Mustangs will take over on downs.
That was Stephen Oradilli, I believe, was the first one in on that tackle.
Oradilli, Nate Wagner, the whole Wagner clan's out here tonight.
A lot of Wagners, a lot of Cooks.
So Mainland will take over, 1st and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line, moving left to right. Brandon Dearborn is a sophomore quarterback.
Oh, there's a flag.
Looks like a delay. Too many men, actually. Where's Losey when I need him? I missed the hand signal. I think he illegal. I thought he had too many men in the huddle. Good guess. March it back 5 yards. So the ball is back at the 20 for first down and 15 for Mainland. So Mace didn't play last week. He's back. Leslie was in last week. He's out this week. Dearborn is in. Mace is back. So Mainland's offense, a lot of different looks here. Dearborn hands to Mace, sweeping to the far side of the field, trying to bounce it out, and the Pioneer defense takes him back for a loss, and that is led by Aiden McCullough, whose name will be called a lot tonight.
Looks like they lost a few yards on that play.
2-yard loss, so it's 2nd and 17. Ball back on the 19-yard line. 8:15 here in the first quarter. Nothing. Dearborn empty backfield. 4 receivers, one in the slot. Dearborn pumps, ducks under a would-be tackler. He's going to keep it himself, crosses the 20, and then he's taken down. Stepping up to make the tackle is Nick Oliveira.
He did have Jabril Mace out in the...
Yeah, Dearborn a little pump fake, and then he just kind of saw some pressure. He's only a sophomore, so getting some of the pressure for the first time.
in a huge game, too. It's not an easy position to come into.
So Mainland breaks the huddle now with 2 receivers to the near side, 1 split far wide to the far side of the field. Mace in the backfield. Dearborn calls out the signals, fakes to Mace. Going to loft one up down the sideline, one-on-one. Oh, what a nice catch there by Cohen Cook. And Cohen Cook one-on-one. And just a perfectly thrown ball by Dearborn. Just put it right in the one spot where Cohen Cook can make the catch. Little play action here. Dearborn just lets it go, trusts his arm, and one spot for Cohen Cook, who makes the big catch. And the Cook family, wide receivers in that family. So Cohen Cook, the sophomore.
Huge third down conversion there.
Brings it out to the 46-yard line. Receivers, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far. Cook split out wide. Mace in the backfield. They're going to give it to Mace. Mace off the right side, bounces to the outside to the 45, cuts it up. Mace beats a man, got to the 30-yard line, and Mace has a first down, and the Mustangs offense is starting to move. Jabril Mace, the junior, averages 7.8 yards per carry, and you saw the way he gets that good vision, bounces to the outside, changes hands like a good running back should, and hits that sideline for big yardage. Spullen in the slot. 3 wide receivers. Mace in the backfield. Man in motion. Dearborn. Hands to Mace again, and this time the Pioneers up for the challenge. Jackson Powell steps in and makes the stop. Brings up 2nd down and 8 after a short gain of 2. So the Mustangs get a nice 3rd down conversion to Cook. They get Mace on a big run. And they are putting the pressure on Clearview early now with 6:32 left to play here in just this first quarter of play. Both teams have had 1 possession. Mainland a punt. Clearview turned it over on down. Now the Mustangs on the move. 3 receivers. Cook split to the near side. They fake the inside to Mace. And Dearborn is pushed out of bounds as he ran out of real estate on the sideline. McCullough in on the stop for the Pioneers to push Brandon Dearborn out of bounds. So a loss on the play. It's going to bring it back to 3rd down and 11. A loss of 3. This is the Ulmers Appliance Game of the Week on BFA Sports. Matt Ulmer and the crew, of course, always doing a great job. Where is Matt Ulmer today?
He's in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, that's where I'm supposed to be. My house flooded. Throw to the flat, and it is nearly picked off. And Clearview thinks they has an interception. We'll have to see what the officials are saying. They are saying an interception. We'll have to take a look at the replay here. As stepping up is Matt Murphy to make the pick. Let's see, Dearborn.
I thought it hit the ground first, but
just kind of gets it tipped in the air.
Nick Wagner.
Wagner not enough to get up there. Oh, he looks like he did get his hands. Look, if this is the NFL, they're probably looking at that thing over and over, but I don't know that they would turn it over.
Challenge flag?
So the interception gives Clearview the ball, 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Mainland. Can't get the stop, breakaway, speed. It's a foot race. Counselor to the corner and in for a touchdown. It looked like he was gobbled up in the middle of the Mainland line, and somehow he found a crease. And Counselor puts the Pioneers on the board. Man, he just was in a big pile of rubbish there and just found his way out as the Mustang defense seemingly had him for no gain or even a loss.
He just bounced off some of those defenders and kept his feet moving. Bobby
Counselor is a senior, and he just ripped off a huge run for Clearview to put them on the board. They lead it 6-0 with 5:51 left to play here in the first quarter. Our first points on the board. Mainland 4-4, Clearview 4-3. Kick is up, and it is plenty good for the Pioneers as they take the lead 7-0 here on Friday night here on BFA Sports.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
All right, welcome back to the RK Chevy Game of the Week. What's up, Jim G and the boys out there? Of course, bringing you the action here on BFA Sports. Mainland trails Clearview 7-0. Another squib kick.
Oh, my goodness.
Picked up at the 45 as it was kind of between the legs. Couldn't get a hand on it. Is that Cookie picking that ball up?
No, Cookie's 10.
I can't see 18-10. His numbers are too bunched up there.
It's Jack Veneman.
Veneman. I just got done telling her in the break I can't see the numbers, but that does look like it's a little squished.
Well, the yellow numbers for Clearview are kind of hard to read.
Very hard.
Especially when they're moving.
There's Cook. See, this guy right here looks like he's wearing 10.
No.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about when I'm looking on the field.
I thought you were pointing to my pad. I was like, the guy in the all black?
1st and 10, ball at the 45 for the Mustangs. Back to Mace. Mace pushing the pile forward, trying to get out to midfield, gain of about 4. Second down. Ball just short of midfield at about the 48.5-yard line. Sets up a 2nd down and 6. Wagner split wide to the far side. Cook to the near side. Slot man. 3 receivers in all.
Joe Sheeran's in the slot.
Mace.
Push.
And he is pushed back after crossing midfield. Another gain of about 3 on the play, so it'll set up a 3rd down and 3 for the Mustangs. .47 on the game clock here in the first quarter. Wagner split wide, Sheeran in the slot. 3 receivers. Mace in the backfield. Dearborn barking out the signals. Pitch. Mace, nowhere to go. He's pushed out of bounds. He may have lost a yard on the play. Nice job by Gavin O'Connor for Clearview. Going to be 4th down for Mainland. It looks like they're going to go for it. Chuck Smith, the gambler, right?
I mean, sometimes. He's a better gambler on 2-point conversions.
Well, he's got to get in the end zone first for that.
And I don't want to jinx him, so I'm not going to say anymore.
So Dearborn on 4th down. Chuck Smith's going to go for it. Splits Wagner out to the far side. Cook to the near side. 3 receivers in all. Mace in the backfield. See what they dial up. Off the left side. Mace is hitting the backfield, and he is pushed down for no gain or a short gain, but not enough for a Mustang 1st down. Ryan Vaselli comes up with a big stop here for the Pioneers, and they're going to take the ball back here as they try to go off the left side. They've been going right. This time they go left, and just one man comes free, Vaselli, and he just wouldn't let go of Mace's ankle, and he makes the play. Forrest Love in there. That's a good football name. A little inside handoff for Mainland gets stopped by Clearview. They'll get the ball back. 1st and 10. Ball at their own 45. They lead 7-0. They hand off. Nowhere to go. Nice play.
That is Nate Wagner, I believe, who was the first one in on that tackle. A lot of Wagners, a lot of Cooks.
Now, Nick Wagner just got back, right? He had the labrum problem from baseball season.
Last week, he had a huge game last week, too. Touchdown.
A lot of these guys are having that labrum problem, too. I've heard a couple other of the Mainland kids are suffering from that same labrum issue.
MJ. That's what he just did last week. We were just saying in the broadcast last week how great it's a good time to get a lot of your injured players back right before playoffs, and you lose your starting quarterback. So it's kind of been the theme of Mainland season is injuries.
Little reverse for O'Meara, and Joe Sheeran steps up to make the tackle. O'Meara on this carry, the quarterback keeper, kind of reverses out from under center. Sets up a 3rd down and 3. With 3:10 left to play. Ball just across midfield at the 48 of Mainland. O'Meara under center, sends a man in motion, hands it off to the fullback, right up the middle, big yardage and a 1st down. Gramiglia. So Gramiglia picks up big yardage on the inside handoff. And it's 1st and 10 for Clearview. With the ball on the Mainland 39-yard line. They break the huddle, sending a man wide to the right. Tight formation on the left side with a wing back. Double wing. Sends the wing back in motion. They're going to go right back to the fullback, Gramiglia, and he is hit this time and stood up by the Mustang defense. A host of Mustangs in there on the tackle. Leading the way is Hunter Watson.
Oh, I was going to say Paul Lombardo, Hunter Watson. Hunter Watson came back from injury 2 games ago.
Well, there was about 5 guys in there, so one of the names that we picked out would have been right.
Yeah. The whole Mainland defense.
A host of Mustangs. Clearview coming out with a double wing on that last play. This one they go into shotgun, so a lot of different formation looks. Trips to the far side. Ulmer to throw. He steps up wide open over the middle, and he just could not hold on to it as he had a seam wide open for Counselor, who's already scored once today. And Ulmer, look at this.
And Jabril Mace could have caught that off the deflection. I thought he might have had it.
It's a perfectly thrown ball, and just hit him right in the shoulder pads.
It's a break for Mainland there.
Big time. 3rd down and 9 for Mainland. Ball at the Mustang 39. 4-down territory here for Clearview, you would imagine. So they'll probably have 2 plays in their pocket here. They send a receiver to the near side of the field, split very wide. Ulmer under center with an offset eye in the backfield. Play action. Ulmer's going to keep it himself, and he can't find the little crack, and the Mainland defense gets a nice stop. It's going to set up a 4th down, short gain on the play. So Clearview's got a decision to make here on 4th down. I would imagine they're going to go for it.
Unless they want to punt and put Mainland deep in their own end, but I would imagine they'd stay on the field, which
Ball
it looks like
35.
they are.
Play a little field position here. Looks like they're going to go for it. So Ulmer breaks the huddle, sends a receiver to the far side of the field. Under center. Sends the wing back in motion. Play action.
Come on,
Noah.
Noah.
Backside, and down he goes.
Noah
Torres. So Torres, blitzing from the linebacker spot, comes up from behind and brings down Ulmer to turn the ball over on downs. Little play action fake, and their running back just missed the chip there.
Well, Noah's quick off the line. Like, he's in the backfield 9 times out of 10, so huge play for Mainland there.
Big sack by Torres.
You push them back. You gained some yards on that play for you.
Right, big field position too, because they moved the ball back about 15 yards on that sack.
Yep.
1st and 10, ball just across the 45-yard line. Dearborn going to keep it himself. Up the middle, crosses midfield. Big gain on the play. A little inside fake to Ordilly. That's Stephen Ordilly. Michael's out, right?
Is Michael out? Oh, he might be. His older brother.
Yes.
He's been in and out of games. But Steven's a great athlete.
Both of them.
Yeah.
I actually need to talk to their father. I have something of his that he's looking for. Second down and 4. Dearborn. And it is short, scooped up, low throw, and a short completion to Cook. Not a lot there. Going to bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 4 for Mainland.
That'll be the end of the first quarter.
And that'll end the first quarter of play with the score Clearview 7, Mainland nothing here on BFA Sports.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Back start of the second quarter as Mainland has the ball. They trail 7-0, Bree, and obviously Mainland just got a big sack and looking to get some momentum off their defense.
We need some points. So, big 3rd down. I would think it's 4th down territory. I know it's midfield, but
See what they do. Dearborn hands off base with a big hole when the first down crosses the 40, and Mainland does get that momentum
Won't
building
even need
play.
a 4 down, yeah.
Big hole opens up. Mace sees it pretty well, hits it. Remember, Mace is just a junior, 739 yards on the season, 8 touchdowns for Jabril Mace, and Marlon Leslie, of course, done for the year. 731 yards of offense on the ground is out of their lineup for the rest of the season.
It sucks. They were kind of just getting like that, finally in the groove of that double-headed monster, and just unfortunate.
Dearborn, Mace bounces to the outside, hits the corner. Mace has some running room and a first down, gets out of bounds, but not before another Mainland first down on a nice individual effort here.
You got to
by
watch
Jabril
this
Mace.
juke on this replay right here.
Inside, bounces to the outside, and then boom, he just hits the Jets there and hits that corner and gets another first down. So Mainland on the move. 1st and 10, Mainland with the ball. Start of the second quarter. Mustangs trail 7-0. Clearview with a big touchdown run in the first quarter to make it 7-0. Now Mainland with the ball, moving right to left. Sends a man in motion. Dearborn takes the high snap. Mace. Short gain on the play, back to around the line of scrimmage. Gain of 3. So it'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Mustangs. 10:48 and counting. Mainland trying to get into the end zone. Mustangs, as we mentioned, 4-4. Clearview is 4-3.
But huge game for both teams for playoff purposes. Huge, huge, huge in terms of standings, PowerPoints, everything.
Running out of time
Yep.
are the Mustangs. Dearborn, 2 receivers split to the far side, 1 in the slot. Option. Mace slips. He had a little bit of a block out in front of him with Veneman, but his foot just kind of slipped on the turf.
Just glad he didn't hurt something. He got right back up.
So 3rd down
He lost like 3 yards there.
and 11. 4 down territory. So Mainland can come up with 2 plays here to try to make it a makeable 4th down. See what they pull out on 3rd and 11. Maybe some sort of screen. They send Cook
take
to
a
the near
timeout.
side, and they're going to call a timeout to make sure they get this one right. Timeout on the field. 9:26 left to play here in the first half here on BFA Sports. All right, big 3rd down for Mainland. 3rd down and 11 here. The ball on the Clearview 24. Dearborn in shotgun. Going to roll to the near side. Squares the shoulders. Fires one up for the end zone. He's got a man. It's out of bounds. He came close to keeping his feet in bounds, but that throw just kind of pulled him out of bounds here as he was looking for Will Spullen.
I believe it was Jack Hansen, though, for Clearview that got right up in Dearborn's face.
Just kind of lofted up for the corner, and Spullen just tried to keep his feet, but that ball was just kind of tailing away from him too much. Brings up 4th down, 4th and 11. Mainland's going to go for it. 2 receivers to the near side. Little inside
Come on,
handoff
Jabril.
to Mace. Mace hits the corner. Mace crosses the 10. First down. And the Mustangs inside the 10 up to around the 5-yard line. So a gutsy call there by Coach Smith as he does a little inside handoff on 4th and 11.
I realize I probably shouldn't be such a homer when I'm yelling, "Go, Jabril," as he's running.
Bounces to the outside nicely and then tries to cut back in.
So another big, huge 4th down conversion, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Ball at the 5. Dearborn looks over the Pioneer defense. He's got Mace in the backfield. Hands to Mace off the left side. Mace trying to hit the corner. Mace turns on the Jets. Mace in for the touchdown. Jabril Mace, his 9th touchdown of the season, and Mainland is on the board on a 5-yard touchdown run by Jabril Mace as they just kind of snap quickly and they just follow the blockers to the left side, and then he kind of does the dirty work here, hitting the corner. Too much speed for Mace, and he gets in for the 9th time this season.
I believe that's his 30th for the career, and to break the school record of my friend Brent Caprio, but I know he won't be sad to lose that record if Jabril breaks that, but something tells me 12 touchdowns in the rest of the season and next season won't be too hard for him.
Brady Panis' kick is up, and it is good. We are tied here at 7-7 Mainland Clearview here on BFA Sports.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
All right, we're back here live. Mainland gets a touchdown. Jabril Mace, a 5-yard touchdown run, ties the score at 7-7. And it looks like we've got a good one, as you mentioned. It's a big one for playoff positioning.
Yeah.
So we have, obviously, a lot of time left in this game. It's kind of been back and forth. Both teams, some turnovers. Mainland threw an interception. We had a punt into the back of their own.
A little Mark Sanchez into the butt.
That's right. So Mainland is overcoming a couple of mistakes, and they're in this game. High end-over-end kick taken around the 15-yard line. Peels out towards the 20, and there's the hit.
Ordilly again.
Stephen Ordilly down there covering the kick very well when the Mainland pushes Clearview back. They're going to have to go 80 yards, although they have an 80-yard run tonight.
Well, we don't need any more of those. If you're Mainland, you don't want any more.
So 1st and 10 for the Pioneers of Clearview. Ball at their own 17-yard line. 83 yards of real estate in front of them. Try to take the lead here. 8:34 to play. They hand off. Coming to the near side. The ball's loose.
No,
and
Torres.
Mainland has it. And Torres, who had a sack on the last possession, he gets a fumble recovery on this possession.
Huge momentum swing for Mainland. You think he's fired up?
Just a little bit.
Thinks he's excited?
Here's why. You see the handoff on the inside here. He couldn't really have a hold of it. The ball comes popping out. Torres, he just took a nice bounce right to him. It took a Mainland bounce instead of bouncing all over the place.
Yeah. I think he tried to switch hands for some reason.
It seemed the running back, Counselor, just never really had a hand or grip on that ball, and he couldn't get it. It comes bouncing out, bounces, boom, right to Torres, and Mainland gets the ball back. 1st and 10 with the ball on the 20-yard line with a chance to take the lead. 7-7's the score. Dearborn, shotgun, Mace in the backfield, 2 receivers to the near side. Dearborn's going to throw into the corner. He's got Wagner, and it's just a little too far. Nick Wagner, who had a touchdown catch last week, was this close to catching another one. As you see, Dearborn just kind of air it out and off by about 2 inches.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was a pretty decent throw.
But Dearborn has had a good night throwing the ball. He connected with Cook earlier.
J.J. Sinclair has like the best cheering section. His parents could take anyone else in these stands, just the two of them.
2nd and 10, ball at the 20. Dearborn sends a man in motion, hands to Mace. Mace, and he is hit upended. He's going to try to get out, and boy, nice job of bringing him down by Jackson Powell, as Powell would just not let him go. So it sets up a 3rd down and 10 for Mainland. No gain on the play. You would imagine they're in 4-down territory again.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time if Mainland was in this area, they would kick it.
Well, they had a few really good kickers in a row, and not that Brady Panis isn't a good kicker, he is, but when you have like Sean Carey, then it was Jim Cooper, and before that was
Feinberg.
Yep.
They've had some good kickers.
Mm-hmm.
3rd and 9, play action.
Oh
Dearborn
my
gonna
gosh.
throw wide open, and he couldn't hold on to it. Wagner. Wagner had it and lost the handle. Good play action fake here. He holds everybody. They think that it's going, and there's the throw, and it's got plenty of air, and Wagner's wide open, and oh man, he just couldn't corral it.
I like that play call, though.
Now that sounds biased.
That's my one compliment. And he knows that, too.
No, it was a good play. They had the Mace coming in off the sweep. They fake it, holds the linebackers. It allows Wagner to get behind them. And the throw is there. Wagner just kind of lost balance a little bit. 2 receivers. They're going to try it with the sweep this time. They run the same variation, and this time they sweep to Mace, and he doesn't have a lot of running room there on that 4th down. So Mainland's going to turn the ball over on downs to Clearview with 7:22 left to play in the first half. So Clearview's defense holds that time. First and 10, ball on their own 17. 7:22 to play, first half. Clearview breaks the huddle. They send 3 receivers to the far side of the field. 1 back in the backfield. Ulmer to throw. Fires into the far side. Complete, caught, and not a lot of running room before the Mustangs converge on the tackle. In there to make the stop, Hernandez. A pickup of about 3 on the play will set up 2nd and 7. Second down and 7. Right up the middle. Big running room, first down yardage there by Gramiglia here on the Ulmers Appliance Game of the Week. Between Mainland and Clearview, 7-7 with 6:36 left to play in the half. And a first down pickup on the play by the Pioneers. Moving left to right, dressed in white with yellow helmets.
And hard to read yellow numbers.
That's accurate. Nice
Nova
job
Torres
by
again.
Torres as the contain is there, and he just stood his man up and kind of pushed him back into the running back there.
He's played well so far.
Bobby Counselor just had nowhere to go as Torres just wrecked that play. And as always, we want to thank our friends at RK Chevy. I said before it was Friday night. It's only Thursday.
It is, I know.
Good move by them to move the game here so I could get here.
And then no one has to sit in the rain tomorrow,
That's
whatever's
right.
going to happen tomorrow.
Handoff off the left side. Short little gain on the play. Crosses over the 30-yard line. Why charge double on Fridays?
Oh, he did.
It's like, oh, Thursday night? All right.
Yeah.
3rd and 7.
Mainland needs a stop here.
Coming up on 5 minutes to play.
And Clearview gets the ball back after halftime. Or,
Correct.
excuse me, they start the half with the ball.
Up the middle again. He looks like he lost the handle. Boy, it didn't look like a clean exchange there as Gramiglia stood up and pushed back, and it's going to be 4th down, and it looks like Clearview's going to have to punt. So 4th down and 6, Clearview will punt. It looks like Ordilli is back to receive the punt for Mainland. Back at around his own 40-yard line.
Are they trying to chew some clock? What's going on? Yeah.
Under 4 minutes now. And Clearview is going to take a timeout here. So with 3:52 left to play in the first half, 7-7's our score on BFA Sports.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
All right, back live here, BFA Sports. 4th down and 5. Clearview looks like they're going to punt. Ordilli back to receive the punt for Mainland. One other game tonight, Apsagami's at Woodstown. Low punt, bounces, and heads out of bounds. So Mainland's going to take the ball over. Just short of midfield, it looks like. Actually, right around the 47-yard line. Tomorrow night, Hamilton is at Triton. Kingsway's at Atlantic City. St. Augustine, Holy Spirit, Trenton and Bridgeton. Egg Harbor Township is at Vineland. Then Saturday, Oakcrest plays Pemberton. Williamstown, Ocean City. That game was supposed to be tomorrow night. They moved that one to Saturday. Buena Salem and Bordentown plays Lower Cape May. And we're getting close to the playoffs. All right, 1st and 10 for Mainland. Dearborn in a shotgun. 2 receivers to the far side of the field. They're going to hand off to the inside Ordilli. Ordilli hits the outside, cuts it back in, and he is hit and brought down. He might have lost a yard on the play. Justin McCargo in on the stop for Clearview. Forrest Love. 2nd down and 11. Ball just over the 45-yard line. 7-7's the score. 3:19 to play. First half. Dearborn shotgun. 2 receivers to the far side. Ordilli in the backfield. Fakes to Ordilli. He's going to leave one out, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by Ryan Vasali as just good one-on-one coverage. Dearborn just kind of put it up for a jump ball, and Vasali just won the jump. Little fake inside to Ordilli. He just kind of lost it up there, and just a nice play by Vasali.
Yeah.
Not a bad throw. Looks like he was trying to throw that to Will Spolin. So Clearview will get the ball back with 2:52 left to play here in the half. 7-7's the score. Stick around for the highlights at halftime. Ball in the 32, handoff, coming to the near side.
Come on, Jamie.
Counselor bounces, nice stop, and steps up and drives him into the
I
ground.
believe that's Jamie Tyson.
Jamie Tyson is correct.
Pretty good.
That's a very nice step up there by Jamie Tyson, making a big stop. Because Connoisseur was just kind of following his blockers, looking for a little path to cut that up. And Tyson makes a nice tackle. Ball at the 35-yard line, gain of 2 on the play. The nose of the football right on the 35-yard line, moving left to right for Clearview. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to play. We're tied at 7.
And if you're Mainland, you want to keep it that way going into halftime.
O'Mara, a lot of movement under center. Pitch, hitting the outside.
Come on, JJ.
Trying to hit the corner and nowhere to go. Good job by Ordilly making the stop there on Ryan Vaselli, who had that interception to get Clearview the ball back. Now it's going to be 3rd down and about 4, just short of the 40-yard line for Clearview. $1:17 left to play here in the half. 3rd down and 4. 7-7. O'Mara sends a man in motion. They're going to hand off right up the middle, and they're going to try to get the first down first. Looks like they got it. But the clock continues to run with 1:04 left to play. And they do get a first down.
Stop for a second, and then it should pick up.
Right up the middle here. Gramiglia. And they do get enough for the first down. So the clock under a minute. It doesn't appear that Clearview is going to use one of their timeouts. 1st and 10, O'Mara under center. Fakes the handoff, rolls to the near side, looking down the field. He's got a man, and it is complete. Caught around the 40-yard line. First down for Forrest Love. And a nice pitch and catch for Clearview. And the clock is stopped at 31 seconds on the first down. You see the rollout here. And O'Mara on the run makes a beautiful throw. Nice stop there by Mace to bring him right down because there was no one behind him. And now, with 19.9 seconds to go, it looks like Clearview is going to call a timeout. Maybe now they're going to think about putting points on the board.
Well, I was
really
surprised they
managed
didn't
clock
take one sooner. Yeah, I don't know if they were just like not sure what the game plan was there, but
they weren't sure whether or not they were going to be in position to score, and then that throw.
Injury for one of the referees on the far side.
Somebody's down, right?
I think it's a ref.
Yeah, somebody's down on the far side of the field.
So what happens if a ref's hurt?
Well, do
you go on without?
There hasn't been a lot. To be honest with you, the refs have done a great job tonight. There's been no flags, no calls, nothing. So
there's one on Mainland.
Oh, the too many men in the huddle. That's right. All right, so we have about 20 seconds left to go here in the first half. It's been a fun first half. We had a lot of back and forth, a lot going on in Mainland. Even though they've had a couple mistakes, they're tied 7-7.
I mean, 2 turnovers against a team that's, pretty evenly matched. Obviously, big game, and still tied is probably is big for Mainland. So obviously, you don't want to have those mistakes, and obviously in the second half, you don't want to turn the ball over.
The mistake, they've had 2 interceptions thrown,
yeah,
and then they punted the ball into the back of their line, which
Mark
gave
Sanchez,
Clearview the good field position.
Yeah.
So there's more that's gone against Mainland than for Mainland, and it's 7-7.
I mean, you can't complain.
That's right. Can't complain. Obviously.
I could, but I won't.
No, but as you said, they have played probably a sloppier game so far than Clearview has, and yet the score is 7-7. But they've had some big plays here. Mace has had a couple of nice runs, and you talked about Torres, how much energy he had. He's had a couple of big plays. He had the sack, he had the fumble recovery.
Yeah, and he's been huge on defense. I mean, I think most of his career he was a slot receiver, and I think he does still play a little bit on offense, but he's mostly that defensive end, and he's done well, so hopefully that continues into the second half.
All right, we'll take a timeout. There's an injury on the field. It's not one of the players. It appears to be one of the officials. So we'll take a timeout, and we'll be back here for the final 19 seconds of the half on BFA Sports.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
All right, we're back here live. It looks like we had an official down. He is up. He is ready to go. And we're going to have the final 19.9 seconds here of this first half. 7-7 is the score. Been a good one so far here in Linwood tonight, as it's the final regular season game for Mainland and also the final game of the season for Clearview. Both of these teams hope to be a part of the playoffs, which begin next week. Here we go. O'Mara rolls to the far side. It is high and in and out of the hands, nearly intercepted on the far side of the field. Looked like Ordilli had a chance to pick that off.
And this game was rescheduled. Supposed to be 2 weeks ago. There was a little bit of a COVID issue. So this week was supposed to be the Mainland bye, and I believe Clearview was supposed to play Appliance, which I think is why they're playing
Correct.
Whatever random team they're playing.
No, you're right about that, because there was
This
a
is a division
schedule that
game.
I saw that said Apsigami was playing, and I actually said, are you sure the game tonight isn't Mainland, or
So-
excuse me, Apsigami Clearview?
This is a division game, so division games take precedence, so they had to play this game.
Trip to the far side. O'Mara in shotgun. He's going to throw. Steps back. Plenty of time. He lets one go down the sideline, and it is incomplete. And there are still 7 ticks of the clock left in the first half. They just try to air that one out. Maybe we'll get a little, hook and ladder, something like that. It's always fun at the end of a half. And all right, the Pioneers take a quick timeout. We'll take it with them here. We'll bring you the final play of the half. 7-7 the score, BFA Sports. All right, welcome back here as we'll get the final play. We think, anyway, there's 7 seconds left. Clearview called timeout, their final timeout. although Al didn't indicate that there's no timeouts left. There are no timeouts left. So the 3 dots on the 2 dots on the screen are not correct. They have no timeouts left. Clearview has no timeouts. Ulmer to throw. He's got some pressure. He rolls. He fires short. Ooh, it's caught, but immediately goes down. Nice catch on the play.
J.J. Sinclair, I think
and
that was.
that will be the end of the first half as Ryan Vaselli makes the catch. Mainland, Clearview, all tied up at 7 as we go to halftime tonight here on BFA Sports. Good job, Al. No timeouts left for Clearview. Nobody leaves them in the pocket. They bought them all out before the end of the first half. Nothing to score. We'll have highlights and more at halftime here on BFA Sports.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
All right, welcome back here. Halftime, I'm Mike Gill. Brianna Smith will be back with me for the third quarter. But let's take a look at the first half highlights as Mainland and Clearview are all tied at 7-7 here on BFA Sports. Had not a lot of scoring, but we've had a lot of action so far. So let's take a look at some of the first half highlights. It started with this, Ordilly's punt, into the back of a bunch of people. And everybody thought that the punt kind of got through, but nope, picked up here by Clearview. You see him kind of pull out of the crowd with it, and it set up some good field position there. Then Connoisseur breaks through for a big touchdown run, a 67-yarder there. And then Mainland answers, as you'll see Jabril Mace on a 5-yard run, just kind of ripping it off the left side here. And that tied the score up at 7-7. Mainland trying to get back in the game here as a little bit of a miss handoff. The ball kind of bounces out. Torres jumps on it for the Mustangs, and they have a chance to make something happen. Their drive would get shut down, and then this one, as Mainland on third down tries to loft it up, and it's a beautiful play by Vaselli, an interception there, and that's how we end the first half. 7-7 our score here on BFA Sports. We'll bring you the entire third quarter, the second half. 7-7 the score here on BFA. The Mainland Band right now.
Only time he's looking at the damn scoreboard is when timeouts. He keeps looking at the clock. This
Well, they had the timeouts wrong. They had the timeouts.
you keep looking out there for the clock, and I got it right on here. I got it right, and you're going,
That big Al, he don't have the timeouts right on the scoreboard.
I know. You keep looking out at the scoreboard for the time is what I'm saying. I'm on point with all that. Get it? So.
Hay datos ahí atrás, ya va a salir en un ratito. Que tú veas que salga una, mírala moviendo el baile. ¿Tú ves esa gordita que está moviendo la vaina de este lado? Ese aire. ¿Tú no ves la gorda que está moviendo cosas de este lado, ese aire? No sé, yo espero que haga algo porque si no me voy a arrancar la cabeza. madre que si ella me hizo eso de los buen trapalo. Yo los buen trapalo. Para ver y empujar. No, es que esta es la segunda vez, porque la primera vez me dijo que no, que yo que. Ella me dijo que ahora yo iba a participar. Y nada más le he visto empujando.
Ahí está ella, ahí atrás. ¿Esa es ella?
No, ella sigue estando atrás del cosa del baño. Mira ahí donde va caminando. Por lo menos ven que agarró una bandera. El hecho de que agarró la bandera con él. Ah, mira ahí donde salió por fin.
While they're cleaning up, might as well read our Marching Mustangs weekly update. On Sunday, the Mustangs took Arabic Select, Kingsbury Regional High School, to compete in the regional
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
All right, welcome back as we're getting ready to start the second half, third quarter action here as Mainland and Clearview 7-7, the final regular season game of the season as the Mustangs 4-4 looking to get that fifth win of the year. Clearview is 4-3. They as well looking to get that fifth win of the year in the final game, and both teams looking to get playoff positioning. The playoff begins next week. And we start this third quarter with Mainland kicking the ball off, moving left to right on your radio dial. Kickoff is out of bounds. And, of course, our second half, thanks to Ulmer's Appliance service, looks like he's watching the game down in Fort Lauderdale, where I'm supposed to be. Thank you, Matt, for taking my spot and putting me on this broadcast tonight.
How blessed that you're here with me and not.
That's right.
Not there.
I could be on the beach in Fort Lauderdale.
But you're cold in Linwood.
It's not that bad. It's actually pretty nice out. Thanks to, of course, Ulmer's Appliance for bringing you these Mainland football games all season long. And, of course, everybody watching over at Charlie's in Summers Point on a Thursday evening. You get a little special broadcast on this Thursday evening over there at Charlie's. I'm sure the wings have been flying out of that place. The West's favorite. And Doug just indicated that he's going after this. And I'm sure if the Mustangs get a win, be a little extra crowd in there at Charlie's in Summers Point. Clearview starts things off. A little power run right off guard. And picks up a nice gain of 5 yards on the play. Second down. Ball just across the 40-yard line. Mainland dressed in green with white helmets. Clearview with the white and the yellow helmets. Clearview coming off a 34-14 win to Deptford. Last week, Mainland beat Vineland 35-25. Handoff up the middle, nowhere to go. The Mustang defense looks like Nate Wagner in there making the stop. Third down and 4 for Mainland's defense now. First drive of the second half. Be third down. Clearview taking a little more time than normal getting this play in. See what they draw up. They send a receiver to the far side of the field. And a flag for, I would imagine, taking too much time. Illegal substitution on the play. And they'll walk it back 5 yards. It's a big call there, so it goes from third down and 4 to now third down and 9.
Is that our only penalty of the game? Mainland got one, Clearview just got one?
I believe they both had the same exact penalty, too. Both have an illegal substitution penalty. They are the only 2 flags in the football game. I like that. Mainland basically shouted out, watch this, watch that, watch this one, and that. 5 different things to watch for. It's asking the defense to pay attention
cover their ground.
O'Mara hands off the right side. Stood up by Wagner and company. J.J. Sinclair's in there. Makes a big stop, and it sets up a fourth down. We do have a flag. We don't have a flag. I saw a flag sign on the screen. Now, he told me to look at the screen. I do that.
I was like, oh, crap.
So it sets up a fourth down, and Clearview will punt. Fourth down and 9. Or Dilly back around the 35-yard line, gets the punt off. Kind of a sidewinding punt, takes Ordilly towards the far sideline. Comes to the near side. Ordilly cuts up the field, breaks a tackle, flag on the play, and the tackle is made short of the 40-yard line.
Are they going to call block in the back on Mainland?
It's either a block in the back. You might get a horse collar. See what the call is, and it is a illegal block for Mainland, so they will keep the football. If you watch this, Ordilly goes back, takes it, looking for a little bit of running room to the outside, and there's the block in the back right
JJ,
there.
yeah.
Good camera work up there, Charles. Had the penalty. It's actually excellent camera work right
That
there.
was,
Zoning
yeah.
right in on the block. Illegal block in the back. Mainland moves back. So they're going to start this drive short of the 25-yard line after a 15-yard penalty. Brandon Dearborn's the quarterback for the Mustangs tonight, as, of course, Marlon Leslie is out with an injury. Dearborn's had a nice game so far. Shotgun. Mace in the backfield, going to hand to Mace. Mace loses his footing, and down he goes right behind the center, and that is Jackson Powell, who was kind of left untouched coming off the right defensive end. He's had a good game tonight. 7-7's the score. 8:57.
They're slipping today. Can you imagine if they played tomorrow?
That's right. This game being played tonight due to the weather that is supposed to be coming in. A couple teams moved to Thursday. A couple teams moved to Saturday. We'll see what happens with the games tomorrow. Dearborn, as some whistles come in before, and we got a flag on the play, and we have some movement before the snap, and Mainland's going to march it back 5 more yards. So just when we said no flags.
I should never have said that.
Well, actually, the one flag wasn't a real flag. That was a fake flag from Al.
Yeah, well, true.
So 2 flags already to start this third quarter. 8:29 to play. Clearview had the first possession. They punt it. Now Mainland with the ball, moving backwards, though. A couple of penalties and a block in the back. And now that illegal motion. It sets up 2nd and 15. Ball at their own 24-yard line. Dearborn in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the far side. Mace in the backfield. Going to hand it off to Mace. A little counter play off the left side. And trying to get back to that original line of scrimmage. Trying to get some of the yardage from the penalty back. And right around the stick. So it's going to be a 2nd down and 11. Or excuse me, 3rd down and 11. Ball at the 24. Dearborn running the play in.
They're taking a little bit of time, too. We were just saying Clearview was on their possession, but hope they can get this play off.
Fakes the handoff inside. Dearborn looks like he's going to try to keep it
sheds a
himself.
tackle.
Going to tuck, and then he loses his footing. So another play where his footing was lost. So Dearborn, that was kind of a helter-skelter type of play there.
When he ran into one of his own linemen, too.
A little RPO on the inside, and Dearborn and the offense, they're going to have to punt. So a punt by Clearview, and then a punt by Mainland. The last time they punted, did not go so well.
It did not. It can only go up from here.
Ordilly back to punt. Good snap. Ordilly takes a step, and this one he gets off. Going to bounce around the 50. Almost hits a Clearview player. It rolls to the 45, and Mainland touches up right there. Will Spolin touches up. Clearview will get the ball back for their 2nd possession of this third quarter. 6:23 left to go. 7-7's the score. Here come the Pioneers. Mainland's defense just gave up that one big run tonight.
That's been it. Just turnover, 82-yard run.
See big 65 Nick Oliveira there. This line's done a good job for Clearview tonight. They break the huddle on 1st and 10. Ball at the 45-yard line. They send a receiver to the far side of the field. I backfield. Fullback up the middle, over the 50. Gramiglia picks up a gain of 6 on the play. Vincenzo Gramiglia, the junior fullback. Quarterback is Quinn O'Mara. He's a senior. Ball right at midfield at the 50-yard line. 2nd down and 5. .551 counting. O'Mara takes the snap. Gramiglia lowers the head, and a nice play
by Paul Lombardo.
Lombardo in there. 6'3", 214 pounds. He pushes Gramiglia back for a short gain. Now it's 3rd down and about 2.5 for Clearview. Ball crosses the midfield line. Short of the 45. They're going to need exactly the 45 for this 1st down. On 3rd down. O'Mara under center. He's got an offset eye in the backfield. Receiver split to the far side. He's going to hand it off. And looks like he's got the 1st down. A little second effort as he stretches that ball out. Looks like Counseller. Actually, that is Vasali who gets it. Vasali has had an interception in the game, and now he gets that 1st down. The ball resting on the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for Clearview. 4:59 left to play. 3rd quarter, 7-7. Clearview breaks the huddle.
Quarter's moving pretty fast in comparison to the first half.
Receiver split to the near side of the field. Man in motion. O'Mara. And he is hit and down. That was O'Brien Brown that was lined up at the quarterback position. Kind of a wildcat play there.
Mainland sideline wants a flag on that.
Yeah, it sounds like Mainland thought they moved. So O'Brien Brown took that snap and just tucked it and ran for a nice gain. And O'Brien Brown is still in at quarterback for Clearview. 2nd down, sends a man in motion. This is a new package here.
That's a flag.
That time,
has to be. Come
you
on.
saw some movement. This must be a package that Clearview has in there where they just kind of throw this in, because they have had a couple. They have had a bunch of different formations. This is not one we've seen, and O'Brien Brown at quarterback. So that's different, and that formation is clearly different.
And Mainland's kind of used this because last week with Delsey, they had talk about men in motion and using different people. Their offense is like a well-oiled machine.
It's 2nd down and 9. Man in motion. Brown takes the snap. Hands it to O'Mara, who is the quarterback, who's going to throw it. He's got a man. It's complete around the 20-yard line.
What call.
You watch a nice setup here. Brown, it looks like they're going to run. They hand it to the quarterback, O'Mara, who was coming in motion, and he kind of fades back and just tosses one down the field. He's got a man in a nice pocket, and the completed pass. So Clearview, nice play design there, and now they are in scoring position inside the 20-yard line. Ball at the 19.
That should be on Clearview.
Forrest Love was playing quarterback that time. So now they're changing the quarterback every snap.
The throw didn't seem.
Well, that throw was the normal quarterback, but they handed the ball to him.
Yep.
This one was a different quarterback who was different from the quarterback who took the last snap. So this is the 3rd different guy who was taking a snap. See, Al, you think I'm not paying attention.
You're not.
So Forrest Love is now in a shotgun. He sends a man in motion to the near side of the field. Tight formation on the far side. Love off the right side with 3 blockers out in front, and he lowers the shoulder and gets some good yardage. So a real tight formation, and they just take that right off the right side. Power football there from Forrest Love at quarterback, who's a big boy, by the way. So O'Meara, who wears number 12, he is the starting quarterback and played most of this game. Now all of a sudden they've given a little variety of looks here, and it's Forrest Love, who's still in the game, taking the snap in a shotgun. Sends a man in motion. Tight formation again. Love is going to take it again off that near side. And he is tripped up, short of a first down, but close. It's going to be probably 3rd and about 1. It's like 3rd and 1, yep. So they see like
Jabril Mays had his fist up. I was like,
thought
thinking
it was
might
fourth down,
have
right.
it might have been 4th down, but
they obviously see something they like on that side. So Love again. Tight formation. Love in a shotgun, sends a man in motion. And this time they're going to counter to the near side of the field. He's got one man to beat, and Mace brings him down short of the goal line. But that time they faked to the right and then countered and brought everybody back to the left-hand side. If you watch the replay here, you'll see him kind of jab to the right, and there goes everybody to the left. Really good play design. And Mace, though, good contain. He comes up here, and he will not let Love get in. Short of the goal line, but a first down. So 1st and goal, ball at the 2 for Clearview. 1:57 left to play in the 3rd quarter. 7-7, Clearview knocking on the door. The Mainland defense need a hold.
that they do. Turnover?
They break the huddle. O'Meara is back under center. Full house backfield. They spin. They hand to Love. Love is hit, pulled up, and brought down. A loss on the play. Paul Lombardo, Nick Timmick. Team up for the tackle. Full house backfield. O'Meara spin hands. And look at that. Just one-on-one beats the block, does Timmick. And Lombardo comes in and helps him out.
He's a big
the
dude,
Mainland defense does a good job. You look for a turnover, they'll take a stop. Jamie Tyson was saying, if you get outside, I'm here too. Let's see what they have on 2nd down. Loss of 3. Love. He's in the shotgun. He's going to go off the right side, powers his way forward, and no signal yet. It looks like the Mainland defense holds. Nate Wagner's in there as Lombardo again. So the heart of that Mainland defense stepping up right now, keeping Clearview out of the end zone. It's 3rd down and goal, ball at the 2, a gain of 3. Clearview breaks the huddle. O'Meara is back under center. Full house backfield. O'Meara's going to keep it himself.
For that. I'm like,
the quarterback sneaking. He is in for a score.
How those 3 dudes just push you?
Well, it took them enough tries. They changed quarterbacks multiple times, but it is Nick O'Meara who gets in for the score, or excuse me, Quinn O'Meara who gets in for the score. And you see him follow right behind his interior line and just a little extra push there. You see big 75, Matt Chinchillo leading the way for the Pioneers score. And now the Mustangs playing from behind. They essentially had the ball the entire third. Each team had the ball once, but that was only the 3rd possession of the quarter.
And they took a lot of time off the clock.
Going to be the 4th quarter, essentially, by the time Mainland gets the ball back. There's 11 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Aiden Flake. Oh. And the kick is up and is good. So, with 11 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter, Clearview 14, Mainland 7. Here on BFA Sports.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
All right, welcome back here on a beautiful night in Linwood. They're playing the game tonight. It's a beautiful night. Tomorrow, not supposed to be so beautiful, as you'll see here what is coming into our area and why this game has been moved from tomorrow night to tonight. They're seeing what we're seeing on the screen here, and all of this is making its way towards Linwood and Absecon and Ocean City, which is where games are supposed to be played. So Ocean City moved their game to Saturday. Mainland moved their game to tonight. Tomorrow night, Absecon, Holy Spirit, they're saying, you know what? We want to play in the fun. Let's have some fun in that weather tomorrow night. But that right there is why this game is being played tonight.
Well, and I had first thought that Mainland might move theirs to Saturday, but I think because they have grass, it's probably better for them because this field would have probably been in not great shape. Ocean City obviously has turf, so it's a little bit less of an issue, but
Onside kick attempt, and Clearview picks it up. Just took a perfect bounce right into Paglione, and that's just an unfortunate. They have kicked short all night long, and that one kind of squibbed its way and then took a bounce. You'll see it here in the BFA replay.
Mainland just wasn't ready for it.
They have kicked short to the opposite side. This time they went to the far side of the field. Look, it just took that bounce, and it bounced right over his head. Looked like Aaron Thompson, who was going down to get it, and then it bounced up over his head. And there's
you got to know in that situation, don't put your extremities out.
So Paglione, and it looked like
that's a flag on Clearview.
Timmick may have drawn that guy off sides. We'll see who they call it on. And they're going to say the guard moved first. All right.
We know I think it was. His whole body went forward.
Well, the Mainland guy kind of moved, and then the guard went, but I don't know if the Mainland guy crossed. It looked like Timmick. Marching back 5 yards to the 49-yard line. Will be the final play of the third quarter here. O'Mara under center. Right up the middle. Nice play by the Mainland defense. They get a stop, and that should be the final play of the third quarter. With the score, Clearview 14, Mainland 7. This is high school football on BFA Sports. All right, welcome back here as we start the fourth quarter. By the way, Bree, I look at my game notes here. Rushing touchdowns. I see Mace 8, Leslie 8. Both of those guys. One is out. Mace has scored. They're going to need more. They're going to need another score from him tonight.
I'll take 3 more.
14-7. Clearview leads and the ball. So Mainland's defense is going to need a stop right here.
Yeah, their defense has to get off the field.
2nd down and 12. Handoff. And the Mainland defense answering the call, getting a stop there. Nick Timmick in there, making the stop. 3rd down, 3rd and long, about 8 for Mainland's defense here as Clearview came up with an onside kick, and they've been kicking it like that all night long. So it's not an intended onside kick as much as they just kind of try to squib it. It tells you they trust their defense to give you the ball at midfield. Right up the middle of the fullback, trying to break tackles, pushing forward. And he looks like he's going to be close to a first down. A little short, but made it out there is Aiden McCullough.
Should be 4th and long, too. It's about to get loud with this drum line now.
I'm multitasking, drum lining, and calling play-by-play at the same time.
Is that what you call it?
4th and short, 4th down and 2. Ball at the right around the 35, 36-yard line.
I think it's safe to say this is a pretty big 4th down play here.
Definitely a big play. 4th down and 2. Receiver split to the far side. Pro set backfield. Oh, and a nice play,
Jake.
and O'Mara gets a first down. Really nice play design as you watch a counter, misdirection, everything's coming to the near side. You'll watch O'Mara kind of reverse pivot here. There he goes, fakes it, everything's going that way, and he's got a pulling guard out in front of him.
I had Jake Sikowski right there, but
Nice block, by the way, by Ryan Hawk. And Ulmer does a good job of following that, getting up there, and gets a big first down for the Pioneers. Shotgun, Love takes the snap. Love follows the blockers to the outside, hits the corner. Love tucks, first down, pushes off Mace, and he's finally knocked out of bounds. There's another first down for the Pioneers, and they are on the move, leading 14-7, and the clock is no longer Mainland's friend.
Jabril is coming off limping. I don't know if he fell in that same hole. It's around the same part of the field. I hope not.
We've seen an official go down on that side of the field. And now a injury timeout, as this would not be good for Mainland. We just mentioned Jabril Mace, 8 touchdowns he scored tonight, his 9th touchdown. His 48 points are good for 13th in the area. We'll take a quick timeout. Hopefully Jabril's okay here on BFA Sports. All right, welcome back. Mace kind of runs himself off the field, a little gingerly, but it's good to see him walking off on his own power. He's going to miss at least this play. We'll check out if he comes back with the offense. 14-7 is our score. Clearview, 1st and 10. They are moving the football, moving left to right, dressed in white, yellow helmets. Brown in the shotgun. Brown. And some whistles are flying, flags are flying, whistles are blowing.
Someone moved.
And we did have movement on the Clearview offense, and that's going to walk them back 5 yards. Boy, Clearview did not show this in the first half.
Not
they
at
went
all.
with O'Mara exclusively at quarterback. They have had 3 different guys take snaps in this half.
But do you think that's why this is now their maybe 5th false start penalty this half?
Cadence being a little different, possible. O'Brien Brown in a shotgun. Sent a man in motion to the near side. Fakes to the motion, man keeps it himself. He is hit, stood up nicely there.
Noah.
And a big stop by Noah Torres. He's had some big plays in this game tonight.
He's played well.
The fake is doesn't fake anybody because the motion man passed him. And Torres, though, does a great job just getting off the block there. He took that block, boom, head on Justin McCargo, and then got off that block and made the tackle. Just a great job by Torres.
Yes, he gets off the line of scrimmage quick.
5'10", 166. He's a senior. It's a very young Mainland team.
Very young.
A lot of motion here. Forrest Love in a shotgun. He sends a man in motion to the near side, tight. They're going to follow the motion man. Bouncing to the outside, no place to go. Mainland hit the big hit, and Justin Tyson is one of the guys in there. Boy, Love is still pushing the pile, though. I mean, Love's a big kid. Watch Love just break a tackle here in the backfield, get off another tackle, but the Mainland defense just kept pursuing. And Mainland's defense gets a hold, so it's 3rd down and 16. It's a big play for Mainland. If they can get a stop, it'd be 4th. You probably put them in a situation you're in 4th down territory. Ball's at the 25-yard line.
Well, and you don't want to go down 2 scores with 8 minutes left, so you already have to get back 1.
And you're not sure what Mace's availability is to your offense now all of a sudden.
Correct.
He had a hop off the sideline. Is he back on the field yet? I don't see him out
so.
there. Love in a shotgun. Takes the snap, follows the blocks, up the middle, gets a crease, breaks a tackle, and elevates himself across the 10-yard line. And just a great individual effort there by Forrest Love. As you watch here, they really set this play up nice. They look like they're going right. He jab steps and then follows the block up, and then bang, he cuts it across. Saw a little opening, crossed the 10, gets a 1st down. Forrest Love, nice move by the coach to put him in at quarterback. He's been a difference maker on the ground. Steve Scanlon, of course, the head coach of the Pioneers. Got Quentin Michael on here. Is he the former Eagle safety as one of the assistant coaches? Why don't you get on that, Al? Likely, that Mullica Hill area, a lot of former Eagles live in that spot, up the right side. Timmick in there, makes the stop. Forrest Love. Well, this is right when they have kind of made this change from O'Mara to Love at quarterback, and it has been a big difference maker. He's a big guy, and they're just basically sending motion, tightening up the formation, and he's following. You got 3 blockers on the one side of the ball.
Well, and essentially, if Mainland doesn't make a tackle at the line of scrimmage, Clearview's getting at least 10 yards, it seems like, each play.
And you mentioned at the end of the 3rd, they had the ball like the whole time.
They did.
You're wondering if there's a little fatigue now on the Mainland defense.
There has to be. I mean, they've been on the field most of the second half, let alone the 3rd quarter.
Love takes a snap, counters to the right, and he is going to waltz into the end zone. Almost looked bored walking across that end zone as he flips to the official. And the Pioneers are in for another touchdown, and it's now a 2-score game as you watch again as he will kind of counter here. Everybody goes left, he jabs right, and then follows them. Good blocking out in front there. You see Justin McCargo. Just an easy touchdown for Forrest Love. And Clearview goes up 20-7. It looks like they're going to go for some sort of 2.
No, this is what they've been doing on their PATs. They have some fancy.
Yeah, they had John Doherty lined up under center. He bounces back to be the holder. And Flake's kick is good. 6:13 left to play. 6:21 left to play. 21-7, Clearview leads Mainland on BFA Sports.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, In this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
All right, welcome back. Mainland trails 21-7, hoping to get the ball back. Now, Clearview has kind of squib kicked every single time, and that's why they got the 2-score lead. They scored a touchdown and then got the kick off the squib. They're not really on sides in it. They're just kind of trying to make something happen. Let's see how they kick this now. They're going to go right down the middle and just falling on it, as you asked. Looks like one of the linemen jumping on that ball. There's his opportunity to touch the pigskin there, Dan DeFeo. He'll remember that moment forever. Not many times a guy wearing number 70 gets to touch the ball.
No.
So Mainland now trailing by 2 scores with 6:18. We'll see if Mace is out on the field.
He is.
But you almost wonder, you got to put the ball in the air trying to move this ball, advance it. We'll see what Mainland calls here with 6:18 left to go, down 2 scores.
Well, last week they opened it up a little bit. They were relying a lot on their run game, but they're not going to be able to do that right now.
Dearborn throws it to the flat. It's nearly intercepted. He was looking for Ordilli. And that is Vasselli, who had an interception earlier and almost picked that one. And if he picked that one off,
he was probably going in.
He would have been running to Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Where apparently the weather's not going to be very good tomorrow.
They have a grass field too, don't they?
It's not turf, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's the wind tomorrow is going to be coming from right here.
Yep.
Like, you know, right here.
Everybody can see that.
Dearborn, shotgun. Trips to the near side. Sends a man in motion to the near side of the field. Dearborn steps up.
Come
he
on.
is flustered, and down he goes. Jackson Powell, we've called his name a bunch. He picks up the sack. And it sets up a 3rd and 12 for Mainland now as the clock is ticking away potentially on this season. The final game of the year for Mainland.
I believe if Mainland loses, they are still not in a place you want to be, but I believe, because they're 10 right now, I guess it'll obviously depend, but I believe they might drop to 15 or 16 with a loss. But we'll see.
Dearborn airs one out. He has a man, too much air underneath of it, looking for Nick Wagner. And that is incomplete and a 4th down. They do have the consolation games for the teams that do not make the state playoffs, so there are another game left to go. They don't have the Thanksgiving game anymore.
Nope. They'll at least have one more, depending on what happens. I know sometimes when they've lost in the first round of the playoffs, they still like to play a consolation game. So if not one, at least 2 more games, but definitely 1 more game.
Which would be helpful for this very young team.
It would be.
Especially now, got a new quarterback in here, trying to take a look at him as a sophomore. Dearborn in a shotgun, trips to the near side, 4th down. Dearborn to throw, rolls out. Dearborn's going to try to keep it himself. He's got the sticks, 1st down. And Dearborn slides out of bounds.
I'm going to assume that flag is a late hit. There was a flag after he ran out of bounds.
Yeah, which sent Dearborn sliding after the play. He's looking down the field, good protection, and then it kind of...
It's a heads-up play by him.
He just takes it, tucks it, sees I got plenty of grass, and down he goes.
Yeah, personal foul.
Looks like he was, Riley Burns was the one who pushed him out of bounds, and then Dearborn kind of slid. So a big penalty here, puts the ball all the way up to the 30. 5 minutes left. If they can get in here, got to move quick. Ball in the 30, 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff. Mace cuts up. Mace bounces to the outside, and he's taken down. Nice tackle as Aiden McCullough got him.
And you'd imagine if Mainland gets any sort of points here, they're going to want to do what Clearview did. Squib kick. Outside kick.
4:54. Continues to roll, does the clock. Sends a man in motion, Ordilly. Fakes to Ordilly. Dearborn's going to keep it himself, and he goes down. Nice play. That's Jackson Powell again.
I don't know if I love that play call. See?
Noted.
I gave a compliment, I take away. One for one.
I want to write down the time. Down in distance.
I'm sure on Sunday I'll get a text from my dad. At 1 hour, 43 minutes.
Well, will he watch this game back?
He will.
Oh, if I would have known that, I wouldn't have done it.
Well, obviously he watches on Huddle, but I'm sure just to critique
you.
me, he will.
As long as he's not critiquing
he'll
me.
He'll spend some time.
He's the only reason I'm doing this.
He's the only reason I'm doing this, too. He has to make sure all kids are involved on game day.
Well, we're happy to do it here on a Thursday special night. Tomorrow night, we have weather coming in the forecast, so they moved the game to tonight. Beautiful night here in Linwood. Mainland needs to get in the end zone here, as you mentioned, and then try to get the onside kick.
Yes. And that was the first timeout for Mainland, I believe, correct? Yes.
Al's on it.
2 more timeouts.
They'll become handy here. 4:28. 5 wide receivers, empty backfield.
Screen.
Wagner gets a block. Wagner out in front. Wagner across the 15-yard line. And Wagner picks up a first down. Now, he's a weapon they haven't had all year.
Nope. We missed him. And he's only a sophomore, I believe, or a junior. Sophomore.
I think
no,
Nick's
maybe
a
he's
junior. Yeah. And then his brother Matthew will be here.
And Nate's the cousin.
That's correct.
Correct.
Yeah. Ray would be Nate's father. Nick and Melanie would be the parents of
Nick. And the younger brother.
Matthew.
Flag on Mainland.
A lot of movement there. All the people over at Charlie's, hopefully you're enjoying the game tonight. Here on BFA, stepping in for Matt Ulmer and Ulmer's Appliance crew, who typically will bring you the action. RK Chevy, as always. Appreciate their support. Jim G, what's going on? Not Jimmy Garoppolo. This guy's way more efficient than Garoppolo is. Dearborn throws. It is caught complete over the middle around the 5-yard line. Cohen Cook his second catch. And both of them have been in high traffic situations. Nice bloodline of receivers in that Cook family. Cookie makes a nice catch here. And watch Dearborn checking him down. Hits him right in the one spot that he could catch it. Just a nice throw by Brandon Dearborn. They got something here with Dearborn moving the football. 1st and goal. Dearborn's going to keep it himself. Tries to go forward, and he is taken down. Wrestled to the ground by Justin McCargo. And Dearborn realizes we got to move. We got to move.
I would think we need to have a little bit of sense of urgency here.
3:23 and counting.
Now they're signaling stuff in.
(21-7) Clearview leads Mainland on the doorstep. Inside the 5. 3 minutes to go. Dearborn trips to the far side. Mace in the near side slot. Looking. Going to keep it rolling, and he is sacked, and down he goes. And that is Jackson Powell again. And he just jumped up on Dearborn's back and brought him down, and Dearborn got up a little slow.
Timeout, Mainland.
A timeout Mainland. As you see this play, it kind of breaks down. He's looking. There's nobody open, so he decides, I'm going to try to keep it myself. And then watch Jackson Powell just jump up on Dearborn and bring him down. Powell has had a fantastic night for the Pioneers. He has been all over the field. And the Mustangs have a big third down decision here. Coach Smith trying to get into the end zone and then try to get that ball back, which we've seen tonight. And at this level, that ball starts squibbing across the ground. You never know what happens. That really is what happened. Clearview, they've been doing it all night.
They have, yeah.
And they just kind of let it roll, and you got guys who are not used to handling the ball sometimes.
Which happened. Unfortunately for Mainland, fortunately for Clearview.
And that's really the difference in this game. Is it was a one-score game,
one-score
and
game.
then they got the ball back off the onside kick.
Yep.
Dearborn,
oh, my God. They're going to call
like
it on
more
Jabril.
Movement. We'll move them back 5 more yards. It's third down. Obviously, they're going to get 4-down territory here, so they're going to get 2 shots at the end zone here.
But this is what you don't want. Kind of like shooting yourself in the foot here. They were essentially on the 2 or the 3 yard line. And now we're back at the 15.
Deerfield shotgun, 5 receivers, 3 to the far side. Mason, the near side slot. And a movement again. No, they're going to take timeout. All right. It looked like Mace may have moved a little early.
I believe a Clearview timeout.
It was a Clearview timeout. So they saw the 5 wides, didn't like what they saw. They called timeout. 21-7 is our score on BFA Sports.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
All right, we're back here, live action. Mainland, third down. Ball on the 15. They'll have 2 shots to get in the end zone. They trail 21-7. Clearview took the timeout, and that sets up where we are right now with 2:28 left to play in the football game. Clearview 21, Mainland 7. 3rd and goal. Hand it off to Mace. Mace makes a man. No, he tries to throw it, and he just kind of lost his footing again.
That's a designed Chuck Smith play right there.
The handoff to Mace, who looked like he was going to throw the ball.
Correct. Which he still tried to do.
Right, he just tried to make something happen there, and that sets up a 4th down play. And this is pretty much the game for Mainland here. They are going to need to get into the end zone. It's 4th and goal. The ball is on the 15-yard line, so they need a 15-yard play in their offensive playbook right now. Dearborn, 5 wide receivers. Mason, the near side slot. Dearborn going to throw over the middle. It is caught. Wagner, touchdown! Wagner with the catch and the score, and it's a 1-score game as Nick Wagner, with great concentration, barrels his way into the end zone.
Still alive.
Still alive. Dearborn, what a catch, and
what a
just
throw and a
Wagner
catch.
Just runs through the safety Noah Colin, and that's just great individual effort after the catch.
Yeah.
And that's coming from a kid who hasn't played all season, making a catch like that, and then getting in. It's only his 2nd game of the year, and now the kick is up, and it is blocked. Brady Panis' kick is blocked. It keeps Mainland
Regardless,
alive.
we still need a touchdown. So
they're going to have to go for 2 now as the snap looked like a little late hold, but just a lot of pressure coming in there. So Mainland will need to get the ball back. 2:17. They've only got 1 timeout left, too. Mainland, 2:17 left. We'll see what they design on this kickoff here. Hannes.
Is that a light, like, sprinkle rain that's coming down right now? You see it, like, under the lights? Some misting more.
I can't see anything out in the field. So.
I will say, Clearview's jerseys, it's easier to read from the back, but from the front, the yellow is so hard to read. It's almost like, it seems like it's almost like a different shade on the back.
The Mainland jerseys are nice and bright. I just can't see.
I like the Kelly green.
Yeah.
I'm glad they went back to the Kelly green.
Here we go.
Come on.
And they're going to kick it. Squibb on the ground, taken, and sits on it at the 50-yard line. So they try to kick it hard and have it ricochet, but a really nice job there by Clearview to just catch it and get right down. Played it perfectly.
Which they probably expected, yeah.
Mainland's got one timeout left. They're going to need a stop.
Essentially, if Clearview gets a first down, that's pretty much game over.
That will be it.
But maybe Mainland gets a turnover. You never know.
Forrest Love has taken over at quarterback. You don't see this too often, like a double fullback look in the backfield. Man in motion to the near side. They go tight. Little counter off the left side. Love running through and picks up some big yardage on the play. Cuts that in half. A 6-yard gain for Forrest Love, and they're just doing a really good job with the counter. The very intricate play design they have here. I haven't seen an offense designed like this before. They got two fullbacks kind of, and then they bring the motion man tight, and they're countering the two fullbacks in the backfield. Definitely a unique play design from this Clearview offense. Forrest Love, clock continuing to tick, and if they get a first down, they need 4 yards really to close this game out. Delay of the game penalty, which stops the clock, gives Mainland a little bit of extra life. Mainland still has that timeout in their pocket. With 1:15, they walk back 5 yards, so it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball at the 50-yard line. Love takes the snap. He follows the blockers. He's back around the 45-yard line. Still on his feet, pushing the pile forward, and the officials are still letting this play go as Love continues to push forward.
I think they're ready for the game to be over. They're like, let him get it.
He's out around the 40-yard line, just short of the 40, so where he was stopped would have been a 3rd and 5. It's now a 3rd down and 1 after all that movement of the pile. Now Mainland takes their final timeout with 1 minute left to play. 1:01 left to go in the game. This is the final play. If Clearview converts, they will win the game. If Mainland gets a stop, it'll be very interesting. It will set up a 4th down. So we got 3rd down and 1. It's a 1-score game. Clearview with the ball, Mainland with the timeout. And we're going to bring you the final play here. So you would imagine Forrest Love's going to carry again here, right?
I would think so.
With a name like Love, how can you not love calling that play? See what I did there?
Slick. I don't know if I love it, though.
All right, we'll see how this play goes. It's Forrest Love in at quarterback. Tight formation to the right. They're going to follow Love. He's hitting the backfield. He bounces off. Love goes forward. He's got him pushing back.
It's going to be
and
close.
we'll see where they mark this ball. It looks like this official on the near sideline. Yes, it's going to be a first down, and that should do it here unless there's a faulty snap. Mainland's going to come up short as Clearview will leave Linwood with their 5th win of the season and really made a big adjustment in the second half. They changed the quarterback. They changed really the play design of the entire offense, and that was really the difference maker.
It really was. Well, and that squib kick.
That was a big turning point in the game, that they were able to recover that squib kick, and they controlled the entire third quarter. Ball control. O'Mara takes the knee, and that should do it here in Linwood tonight. The final score, Clearview 21 and Mainland 13 as the Mustangs fall to 4-5 on the season, and Clearview improves to 5-3. We'll see what the next couple of weeks hold for both of these teams, and of course all of the playoffs still to come, the matchups and everything. Tomorrow night, plenty of games. If the weather permits, full slates on Saturday as well. And, of course, Mainland, their season at 4-4 for this young Mustangs team. Bree Smith, it was great doing the game with you tonight.
You too.
And, of course, I'm Mike Gill. I say, of course, I've only done one game all season long. So
I'll say, of course, I'm Bree Smith.
That's right. You've been here way longer than I have. But it was a great game tonight. Really, you come down to that, you mentioned that squib kick was really, they recovered that and then scored off of it.
Well, and then that halftime adjustment just for Clearview's offense. I mean, it just looked like Mainland didn't really know how to stop that. So.
Right, you mentioned the adjustment. They put Love in at quarterback, and they decide to run the ball with him a lot more instead of a more traditional style of offense. In the first half, they went under center. They were handing the ball off to kind of a fullback. They didn't throw the ball all that much. And, of course, Leslie being out for Mainland. I thought Dearborn played pretty well, though.
He did. He really did. And like we said, you come into a huge game, too. It's playoff implications, all that stuff. So.
All right, we will wrap it all up and show you the highlights from this one coming up next here on BFA Sports.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
All right, we'll wrap things up here as we take a look at the second half highlights as Clearview wins the game 21-7 and 21-13, excuse me. Mainland gets a late touchdown here. This is how it all took place as we check out the late highlights here. Checking out Clearview here. This was their touchdown as the quarterback sneak getting into the end zone. That was the touchdown that put them ahead 14-7. And then this was the onside kick recovery. Kind of the difference in the game here is Clearview, little onside kick, and it takes that bounce right there. Clearview gets the ball back, and then that would lead to this, a 3-yard touchdown run for Forrest Love in the start of the fourth quarter. That puts them up by 2 scores. So we have a 2-score game. Mainland tries to get back into it. You'll see right here on a 4th down play, Dearborn fires one, Wagner catches, and then runs through to the end zone for a touchdown. That would make it a 1-score game. Mainland trying to make it a 7-point game. The field goal is blocked. No good. The extra point, I should say, is blocked. And that is how we end the game, 21-13 here on BFA Sports. All right, we got plenty more action for you in the playoffs. Bree Smith, Mike Gill, have a great rest of your Thursday night, Friday night, all the football games tomorrow, and the Saturday. Stay dry tomorrow, everybody.